Still on vector, do not forget that vector are those quantities that has magnitude and direction. Therefore, in finding a resultant vector, we must consider the magnitude and as well the direction. In my previous videos, I've solved questions on vectors in the same direction, vectors in the opposite direction, and vectors that are perpendicular to each other. In today's class, I'll be looking at vectors inclined at an angle greater than or less than 90. If you have a drawing like this, of course, looking at this is less than 90 degrees. And we'll call here F1 and we call here F2. To find the resultant vector here, remember here is the angle of inclination. To find the resultant vector here, first of all, we complete this shape. If we complete this shape, we're going to have something like this. And this represents the shape of a parallelogram. Opposite sides are equal. So since here is F1, here is also F1. Since here is F2, here is also F2. So to find the resultant vector here, we use parallelogram law of vector, which says that if two vectors are represented by the adjacent sides of a parallelogram, the diagonal drawn from each point of intersection represents the resultant vector in magnitude and direction. What it simply means is that since this is a parallelogram, the diagonal drawn from the point of intersection represents the resultant vector, which means that this line is equal to the resultant vector. To get this resultant vector, first of all, we find the magnitude. To find magnitude, we make use of cosine rule or law of cosine. According to cosine rule, r square will be equal to f1 square plus f2 square minus 2f1 f2 cos alpha. Alpha is the angle of inclination here. This will give us the magnitude. Remember, this we call it law of cosine. Then to get the direction, we make use of sine rule or law of sine. Sine rule will tell us that r over sine alpha equal to f1 over sine small letter f1 equal to f2 over sine small letter f2. This will give us the direction. Remember, we call this sine rule or law of sine. In summary, whenever we have two vectors that each angle of inclination is less than or greater than 90, to find a resultant vector, we make use of parallelogram law of vector, and which states that the diagonal drawn from the point of intersection represents the resultant vector in magnitude and direction. And to get the magnitude, we make use of law of cosine. Then to get the direction, we make use of law of sine. In my next class, I will teach you how to use this to solve simple questions. Please don't forget to like and share this post for others to learn. Bye.